This is our Forex blog video for May 12th, 2017, and I'd like to go over our stats for the week and also show some examples of the trades. Keep in mind, I do one set of stats each day rather than do multiple sets. I trade this live. I also make changes throughout the day and also fix patterns as well as add new ones. So I don't want to have to do multiple sets of stats. So you can compare, this week's performance to the last 2 years of weekly performances, and you'll see there's more trades, and you should see more bigger ones being found, and average win, average loss is what my focus is on. So here's Friday. A lot of trades, 565 pips, and again, the ones I fixed on Friday are not showing up in here. So, and any new pattern I created on Friday is showing up in here. But most of these are older patterns, and 4 or 5 new ones. 10 or 15 older ones were fixed. The average loss usually is 10 pips, but you can estimate half real-time performance or 1/3 worst case to get a feel. Here's the average 5.3 pips. The average win significantly bigger at 15 pips. Here's Thursday. A lot of trades as well. 360 pips. The average win 19 pips, very big wins. A lot of losses that day, 6.7 pips. I didn't fix many losses that day. Here is Wednesday, 587 pips, 18 pips average win, and only 4.7 pip average loss. Here's Tuesday, 743 pips. It was the best day of the week. 18 pip average win, and tremendous number of them, and 5.8 pip average loss. And then Sunday, Monday, 254 pips, 11 pips average win. That's extremely low. Usually it's somewhere between 14.5 to 22 max. The average loss is only 4.3. So let's just showcase some of the trades throughout the day. Here's the Euro Yen. You can see a small loss, nice win. Previous day, pretty much break even, 5 pip loss here, 20 or so pip win there. Pound, you have a loss, win, 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 small loss here, win. And you can decide whether you want to trade trend or counter trend. Clearly the trend's down right here. You can draw your fibs, and usually I draw these on the last swing, but this one barely goes slightly lower, and you can see that this buy or sell signal right here is just a few pips away from the 50%. So you could get into this trade lightly and then add to your position here at the 50, and you average your position right here and make a little bit more in a bigger position if you want. You can use trend line tools, Fibonacci tools as well to increase your odds, and also, like you saw here, improve your timing by a little bit. Here's the pound yen, small win right there. Small win, break even, huge win here. And again, you can draw on these charts and use trend lines and other such things and trend channels to know if you think the trade's going to work or not. For instance, drawing those trend channels off of here, you can see it was really close to the upper trend line. So there was a valid area that a lot of traders are using to put their stops here to know if you're wrong. And once it goes and kind of breaks through these trend channels, it might reverse and stall here. You could always be watching this position. If it stalls and goes sideways, exit half your trade, but it shot right through it, so at that point it's going to be a big win. There's a lot of different things you can do. Here's the CAD yen, small win right here, a buy here, that was a small win, short. And again, this looks like another one that the trend channels would have really helped you find some areas to potentially get in. So this one, once you have an area where it's starting to make lower lows, you can see it hit that area. You got short, very small risk here, and it went down. It's kind of hovered here, but keeps drifting down. And oftentimes that's a sign of it continuing to go down. There's no bounce. There's no buying at all, and this lower band is a wonderful area to consider getting out of your trade, and you can see it got stopped out soon after. But if you had used this tool, it would give you a little bit more faith that the trade's working, and also possibly in this case get you another 5 or 8 pips. A few times a day, making 5 to 8 pips more on the wins can make a huge difference in your trading. Here's the euro pound. You can see it went long here, short trade, counter trend trade got us out the perfect time, but we also rebought. And let's put the trend channels on this. Oops. And I may not have the perfect spot here for this, but so this buy right here was not at the absolute lowest band, but you could be watching this area right here to get out. You know, I certainly wouldn't blame you to get out of half your trade here, and then it hits the upper band, and you might want to get out of the other half. And you can see it pulled back and stopped you out. So you had every opportunity when it shot through this band to maximize it and make a little bit more money on the trade. Here's the dollar yen. And you can draw your trend channels on there. Now in this case, it shot through this area here. So I might have decided to possibly not take this trade. It did generate a small win, but nothing huge. Let's look at the previous day. Small win right here. Unfortunately, it missed that trade. Small loss. Pretty much break even. Here's some really nice size trades here. Dollar Swiss. In this trade, a lot of times they happen at these quartile areas. This is the 4th quartile on the top, bottom quartile. So if you get short right here, and clearly it's in a downtrend, and it goes through here, and there's showing no signs of buying. It made a lower low right here. This is an area where you might want to get out of half your trade, or right here. Typically they don't go a little bit further like this, but once it continues, you have a runaway trade. But you can see a lot of these trades work. This one's huge win, small loss, small win, very tiny loss, win, pretty much near break even, win. And you can zoom in and out with hitting the plus and minus key, and you can also draw your fibs on the entire swings. So you can see this sell was a 38% of this entire move. So a lot of traders are going to be looking to get into that area here. You can put your stop right over the 50% area, and that's why it was such a huge win. This is the first fib target, second in a 2.0. Typically they stall in reverse at that area at the furthest. So I would have just taken my profit on the last half, the first green bar right here. It's not likely to go lower. In this instance, you made it 6 extra pips if you had done that. So the main point of showing you all this stuff is you can use it to add more confidence to your trading, and also sometimes get in slightly better price point. This last move down, I didn't quite hit that fib area. This fib target 1.27, it just tagged that area. But you can see some nice wins on there. Win, small win, huge win, win, pretty much break even. The trading system, you'll find, is improving dramatically week by week. I probably made 120 improvements to it this week. Huge win right here, small loss, small win, small win, small win. And again, if you use our tools along with looking at the daily and the hourly and 4-hour charts, and then deciding if you want to take mostly buys, mostly sells, or both, drawing fib targets, using trend lines and trend channels, you can enhance your trading and have more confidence. In some cases, you might see a key support resistance area just a few pips away, and you might want to wait to get into your trade for a few extra pips. So if you're right, you make a few more pips, and if you're wrong, you can oftentimes avoid losing trades using the drawing tools.